2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The beaches of Santa Monica and Venice, not too far from our settings. And David
Kevin, thanks.
Sure does, DA. Thank you so much. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. They've got Wright, Plumlee out there with Griffin. Then there's Jeremy Grant, and it's Ellington in at the 2. And for the Lakers, Harrell is out there with Anthony Davis, and it's Marc Gasol, and it's LeBron James, and it's Caldwell Pope in at 2 guard. The 3, it's good. He makes his first shot of the game. And when people talk about the most dominant teams in the league, Shaq, in league history, your 2000-2001 Laker team has to be in that conversation. They say winning a title isn't easy, but that season you guys made it look easy.
Every time I talk about this, I get upset, Kevin, because we were determined to go 16-0, and we didn't double team Allen Iverson in that game 1, and he hit us for a lot of points. But 15-1 is not bad. We felt invincible, and we were, but the goal was to go 16-0 and be the most dominant team ever.
That was one of the all-time great finals games.
Here's LeBron. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You know, certain players like LeBron, Jordan, AI, myself, we like to draw a lot of contact throughout our careers. I know how LeBron feels.
Both free throws good from James. We're about 1 minute into the first. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Griffin. Nails the baby hook.
It was all about his athleticism when Griffin first came into the league, but it didn't take long to see he was about a lot more than that. He's got serious skills down low.
Now, here's Gasol. Kicks it out to James. Off target from outside. Three-pointer right, and the 3 ball is good.
Yeah, that's just good basketball there by Grant, moving the ball to the wide-open man and getting an assist out of it.
Shaq, no surprise, the importance of leadership to a winning basketball team. Some lead vocally, some lead by example. Who do you regard as the best leaders in the NBA?
Let's see, Steph Curry, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Something like that, yes.
Yes,
a lot of vowels.
LeBron James, Chris Paul, and, Damian Lillard up in Portland. Jimmy Butler in Miami. It's probably a leader on every team.
Now Caldwell Pope following the 3-point attempt by Blake Griffin. Another shot. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
That is textbook when you're talking a pump fake. Well executed that time by Davis. So good at knowing how to use that shot fake effectively.
Good on both.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
Back to right. Left side, Griffin. Pass to Ellington. The Pistons working the ball around now. Rocket 6. Pass to Plumlee. From deep. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And early in the game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Lakers leading by 4. Here's LeBron, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Detroit gets called for the foul.
Now, even in the later stages of his career, Kevin, James is just focused on one thing. That's winning as many championships as he can.
He's off on the second. Pistons trail by 5. And right, here we go. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3. You've always been a student of the game, Shaq, when it comes to evaluating young talent and the future of the league. What boxes do you like to check when you take a look at these young players?
Well, thanks for trying to tell the world I'm smart. I'm not really that smart. It's just, Kevin, it's just not that hard to see. You know, the greats make themselves known very, very quickly who they are. Luka Doncic, does that name ring a bell?
Yes.
Ding, ding.
How many guys are known as Aristotle? I know 2. You and Aristotle.
That's it.
Here's Wright. Following the basket by Kentavious Caldwell Pope. And Griffin slams it in.
That is room service delivery from right there. What a sweet dime to create a high percentage shot.
It's LeBron with the drive. Davis looking for an opening. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Davis has got 5 points so far.
What a luxury to have a big who can stretch the floor. Davis has worked his way into becoming an elite shooter.
Right, the pass to Griffin. And Griffin slams it in.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Lays it up off the glass. He has 7.
See, I like LeBron James' activity right there, Kevin. He has the size and the touch to score at will.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. So many outstanding players in the league today, perhaps dizzying for the casual fan. Shaq, any up-and-coming players that they should take note of? The fans are asking you, who should I keep my eye on? What would you tell them?
Well, Greg played with his father. I played against him in some tough battles. Well, the older him, because the younger Sabonis was a monster. But Domantas Sabonis, he's a nightly double-double, great skill, strong in equal measure. Don't forget about Pascal Siakam. Rock'em Siakam. And Brandon Ingram. You know, he's really coming on with this fresh new start.
Now here's LeBron after Josh Jackson's miss. Davis dishes to Gasol. Here's Mikhailuk. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. And the jam by Doumbouya.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you got to push it and push it every time.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
And that one is good.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
And with the teams nowadays going up tempo, Shaq, some big men are trying to slim down to keep pace. If you were playing right now, would that be you? Would you follow that?
No, I'd still be a super heavyweight. Barbecue chicken alert. That'll be my strict diet. Any little post that wants to shoot jumpers and play me, I'm going to eat them for lunch, breakfast, and dinner, and snacks.
Here's Doumbouya. A three-pointer off the mark. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They lead by 4. Stolen by Jackson. Now Detroit moving it up. Mikhailuk can't get it to go. Lakers have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Detroit gets called for the foul.
You better have some more excitement in your voice, Kevin. These are forts inside. When James has good position, the D has to compromise.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
Yeah, not only the trips to the line are concerned, but the foul trouble also. You've got to play defense with your feet and do so without fouls.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Rose, that's good.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Here's LeBron in the tote by James.
Big night in the scoring column, even for LeBron, giving the fans their money's worth.
Rose passes to Stewart. Oh, and the jam by Rose.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
There's 38 seconds left in the first. Over to the wing. Doumbouya gets a wide-open look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Davis kicks to James. 11 feet away, and again it's the Lakers.
Boy, what a quarter for him. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and he's really riding that wave right now.
Rose passes to Mikhaili. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time.
Knows how to run a team, guys, and facilitate accordingly. Rose makes those around him better.
Here's James. And that one, good. James has got 18 points in the game.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Lakers ahead, up 8. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And earlier we got a few words from Marc Gasol regarding his former teammate in Toronto, Kawhi Leonard.
The way he plays defensively, you know what he stands for.
And of course, Gasol and Leonard won the championship together in 2019, largely, Greg, because of their ability to play defense and get stops.
And 2 former Defensive Players of the Year on the same team. That's going to be your foundation. But both guys were tremendous.
Oh! Are you kidding me?
Showing everyone how it's done. Dunk contest. That's 10 across the board, Kevin.
Pistons trail by 10. Jack, you played on some great teams with a lot of other great players. Who stands out as maybe the best of the best you played with?
Well, I like to isolate these guys, but I just was lucky enough to have a 3 amigo set. Penny Hardaway, Kobe Bryant, and D. Wade. And towards the end of my career, I got to play with LeBron James and Paul Pierce and Ray Allen, but I was a little too old now.
I tell you, big fella, a lot of people forget just how special Penny Hardaway was because of the injury.
He was special.
The pass to Davis. Shot clock at 5. James outside. There's the triple. Traps in the tray. LeBron's got the lead up to 13 now for Los Angeles.
And what a bomb from LeBron James. But hey, he's skilled at sinking these when getting the opportunity.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Blake Griffin had 2 more knee surgeries last season. Pistons coach Dwayne Casey said that the year before, they rode him like a cheap horse, in Casey's words, to make the playoffs. Griffin acknowledged his load may need managing down the road, saying, "I'm a believer in science. I'm going to listen to them and let them lead the way." Guys?
Smart perspective. David, thank you. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
And he's just attacking the rim with force here. They need to try and deny him the ball in the paint to keep him away from the basket.
So Detroit ends up going with the new group. In a moment now to see nice three-point percentage numbers on this list. A look at the leaderboard showing us the most accurate three-point shooting 2 men in the league. You take a look at Ellington. He's absolutely deadly from outside. And, of course, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope just 2 spots down.
Yeah, you don't have to be a great shooter to play 2 guard, but it does help. And pretty much all of these guys fit into that great category.
Yeah, that's safe to say. I mean, these guys don't know the meaning of cold streaks. They're either hot, red hot, or sizzling. Those are the kind of shooters they are from downtown.
Here's Wright. 11 points for him in that last game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
Boy, he was piling up those assists in that one. I mean, every pass seemed to be on time and on target.
And here's LeBron. He's coming off a 34-point game against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
And he also dominated the glass out there. He hit the boards hard and often.
Pistons trail by 13. They say landing in the right situation, Shaq, important for any player's career. What traits, as you go back and look and you've seen now and you play, what traits separate the great organizations in this league?
Well, one, you got to have experience. I think you got to have some banners up there in the rafters, and I think you got to have a mean front office. You got to have a Jerry West, a Mitch Kupchak, a guy that understands the players in the games, and you have to have a commitment and a culture of respect and trust.
And so Wright nails both of them.
Well, you know, you've got to really appreciate DeLon Wright's relentless desire to get better. I mean, this guy's constantly trying to hone his craft.
And checking out the numbers for Plumlee. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's getting around 8 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
Griffin, and Davis sends it back.
Shooters have to be really, really careful around Anthony Davis. He's remarkable at using his limited amount of shots.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make him pay.
Harrell kicks to Caldwell Pope. This one for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Caldwell Pope's got 8. Jack, we all know what happened for you. First ballot Hall of Famer. What's it been like joining that incredible group, that historic company?
Well, I just say I'm both proud and humble, and it's something I couldn't have imagined growing up. And I can remember my first taste of confidence was a guy named Kevin Hardy. I was in Kansas City at the McDonald's All-American game. Nobody really knew who the kid from Texas was. I said, I got to make a name for myself. I took it coast to coast and threw it down. And then I looked at you and you were going crazy. I didn't know what you were saying, but then when I got home, my dad had recorded on VHS in that lovely voice. Shaquille O'Neal, take it. I was like, man, I love that voice. And here we are again. I don't know how many years that is. I don't want to show our age.
It's a long time, isn't it? Yes.
I'm here because of you. Thank you.
Remember it. Galloping O'Neal down the court.
Yes.
And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
You got to do more than that to keep the ball out of his hands down low.
Exactly. I mean, deny him the ball in the first place. Don't let him get it.
James finds Gasol over Plumlee. Here's Davis. It's not going to go for him. And the Pistons now going the other way. And this matchup with the Lakers, it's their first meeting of the season. Griffin's shot is good.
Boy, he's doing everything he can at this point. The rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
And James throws it down.
Hey, that play goes about as expected. LeBron converts through contact as well as anyone I've ever seen in my life.
So it's Detroit now. It's a 13-point game. Now a timeout called by Detroit. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
Well, he's been killing them all night, and the defense looks like it's practically packed it in.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Anthony Davis. Just an incredible month of basketball. 3rd in blocks. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And you aren't top 3 in blocks unless you're committed to dominating in that category. His awareness and hustle is off the charts. Very impressive. Shot clock at 6. Griffin's shot is off.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on... Oh, that was worth the place of admission.
It never gets old seeing LeBron throw it down, especially when he decides to do it with a little flavor.
White looking around, and James picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Derrick Rose is checked in for Wayne Ellington. The shot's good from Plumlee.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
And he elevates for the slam dunk. Montrezl Harrell did not like that.
Oh, my word. I shouldn't be amazed anymore when Griffin pulls off a dunk like that, but I always seem to be. The man has some unreal moves above the rim.
For the Detroit Pistons, they come in off the loss to Cleveland.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
And, you know, that's all about effort, and I'm sure their coach let them have it for the lack thereof.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it.
A jaw-dropper emoji is what I look like right now. Incredible.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
For Los Angeles, they have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here.
You know, I want to talk about the versatility of Davis. He's a guy who can score, a guy who can rebound, a guy who can defend, and he always does it at such a high level.
Jim Boya dishes to Rose. Pass to Stewart. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 3 assists tonight.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
And how much do you love to see a guy with the skill and the nerve to pull off that reverse?
Well, you know, Greg, if it was any other player, it might be surprising. But he is just so good.
Guys, I tell you what, he's definitely one of the few guys with that move.
Always adding some levity to the mix. Shaquille O'Neal, thank you for stopping by. That headset is available for you whenever you want.
Kevin, I just want to say thank you very much. It's been great. Greg, you know I love you.
I love you too. I'm a big Aristotle.
I'm at a loss for words. I hate that.
No, that's okay, Shaq.
No, I just hate that.
Right.
I hate that I have to leave right now.
Give me a tissue. Give me a tissue. It's okay, big fella. It's okay.
I don't want to go back upstairs with Ernie and Kenny.
Oh, well, yeah, I don't want to stay here with you
guys.
Give me a tissue.
Thanks.
You know, Greg, there are good players, and there are great players, and there are superstars. And then there's Shaq.
Yeah, I mean, he once said he'd like to be known as
the big Aristotle.
Because Aristotle said, excellence is not a singular act, it's a habit. You are what you repeatedly do. Well, Shaq's lived by that on and off the court.
And that one, good.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Jackson with the bounce pass. Rose against Caldwell Pope. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws. That one on Davis.
When Rose is attacking, guys, I mean, the defense has to act. He puts them on their heels.
Detroit shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
Hands it from downtown. Davis has got 14 points for the game.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
3-pointer. Rebound the Lakers. Davis has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Caldwell Pope passes to LeBron. Off target. That was a little heat check. And so it's Washington. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. This home crowd is and making the long walk back from the courtside broadcasting booth, the esteemed and somewhat winded Shaquille O'Neal.
Very funny, Ernie. I'm not tired.
And that wraps up the halftime show, third quarter.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at the Lakers. Davis is out there with Marc Gasol. Then it's Montrezl Harrell. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell Pope. And it's LeBron in at the point guard. Los Angeles leading by 14. LeBron with it. Now guarded by Plumlee. Out to the right wing. Harrell the pass to Davis. And Wright pulls it down. And so it's Wright bringing up the ball for the Pistons. Passes to Grant. A 3-ball. Buries the long-range jumper. Grant's got 5 points now this quarter.
Boy, and over time, Grant has expanded his range. If he's left open from beyond the arc, he can definitely knock that shot down now.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
The Pistons have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
You know, the first thing that jumps out at you when you look at Grant is his athleticism. I mean, this guy is a terrific dunker and finishes well around the basket even when he doesn't dunk.
Lakers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. The drive by LeBron. Bucket is good. James has got 41.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
And Wright kicks to Grant. Good on the triple. Grant's got a pair of threes now here in the third for Detroit.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
I'll tell you what, if he's within shouting distance of the basket, he's going to get his buckets. You can count on that.
Pistons trail by 12.
And a 6'5" combo guard who uses his size well. Wright is pretty consistent across all areas.
And, you know, Greg, I watched him in college, and what I liked about him most, and I think other people kind of sleep on this guy is really excellent in terms of his feel for the game. I mean, he's got a control and poise about him that's contagious. Good instincts. I like his decision-making in transition. I just think he's an effective, efficient player.
Wright against James. Griffin goes in. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
An unreal performance by Griffin. Locked in. They just have not come up with a scheme to contain him.
The kick out to Wright for the 3. And it's Gasol with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 12. Left side Davis. And they double up Davis. Shoots over Grant. Can't hit from 12.
Well, that's a good player missing from point-blank range. That's one you got to convert.
A shot by Ellington, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field.
And improving as a shot maker every year. Harold has to be accounted for defensively.
A different look here for Detroit. Doumbouya comes in for Plumlee, and Josh Jackson subbed in for Wayne Ellington. The feed to Doumbouya. Griffin passes to Jackson. Kicks to Wright. He dishes it to Grant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Griffin scores. The assist by Grant. Griffin's got 19 points. Los Angeles leading by 13. Here's James, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
The Pistons have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Griffin inside. He's guarded by Davis. Griffin can't get it to go in. For Los Angeles, they've gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Pistons trail by 15. Inside. Here's Doumbouya. Lets a floater go. That one good for 2. Wright's got 9.
Wright has a lot of ways to score the basketball at the rim. He's a creative finisher, whether it's a scoop shot, a reverse, or a floater. His toolkit is full and tight.
Count that one.
And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
And the dunk by James.
Yeah, they call him the freight train. LeBron James, when he's coming down the court like that, good luck trying to stop him.
Detroit's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Here's Griffin. Offensive rebound. Grant and Gasol sends it back. Grant against Davis. And they double up Davis. Gasol kicks to Caldwell Pope. 5 on the clock. James, the pass to Caldwell Pope. And here's Gasol outside. The second effort. And that one's good. James. LeBron's got 49 points in the game. Now a timeout called by Detroit. For the Pistons, Mikhailuk is checked in, and Derrick Rose is subbed in for DeLon Wright. Pistons trail by 15. Here's Rose. The rebound by Gasol. Gasol's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Caldwell Pope passes to Davis. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Davis has got 20.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Rose against LeBron. Shot on the wing. Rose, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
That one goes in. James has got 51.
Boy, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
Pistons trail by 19. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
It's good. He's got 21.
Yeah, how about the strength and focus there of Griffin? Absorbs the hit and still finishes.
And finished off by LeBron.
Guys, it's a one-man show out there. I mean, he looks like he's willing to handle all of the offensive duties for his team.
And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for the Pistons. Outside, Griffin. There's 45 seconds left in the third. And Davis sends it back.
Davis's anticipation and timing, so good at the defensive end. This guy is a shot-blocking machine.
Mason Plumlee's checked in for Doom Boyer. Clock is at 3. Now here's Gasol. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Loads it up for Davis. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
So there's not a better target in all of the NBA than Davis for the alley-oop.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Right side Rose. And again, it's the Pistons missing. Los Angeles leading by 21. And Davis, here we go. And it's Davis with the jam.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
And here's Rose outside. He can't hit that time. And so it's Los Angeles in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We come back right. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. Derrick Rose is out there with Wayne Ellington. Then there's Plumlee. Then there's Grant. And it's Mikhailuk in at the 3. A step-back shot here. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Boy, you look at Rose, and you just love the imagination he brings to his offensive game. You know, this guy's constantly pushing the boundaries of his basketball ability.
Greg, you know, we're seeing players take control of their free agent destiny. Do players get a bad rap for that from switching teams?
Listen, I don't know if you get a bad rap, but you're going to catch the wrath of the fan base. You think of Paul George in Indy or KD in OKC, and fans, they're going to feel jilted. There's no doubt about it. They're going to feel scorned. Right?
Yeah. 5 to shoot. Mikhailuk can't get it to go. Los Angeles has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Down low, and finished off by Plumlee.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said.
He's one of the few players in the NBA who can pull something like that off.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Here's LeBron, and good, he hits it again. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
The Pistons have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Here's Rose, and the rejection by James.
Using his length and timing and bounce to perfection there. LeBron James, excellent shot block.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Lakers.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
They've also jumped on any opportunity they've had to attack the basket tonight. I mean, excellent penetration.
James, the pass to Gasol. Then Gasol with the dunk.
And I tell you what, guys, I think that's the best part of James's game. And he's got a lot of good parts, but his vision is otherworldly.
Here's Rose, and the dunk by Rose.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
The Pistons have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Pass to Plumlee. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
First free throw is good.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime. Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
And it's in there. Rose has got 6 points in the quarter.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
James dishes to Gasol. James, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Outside for Davis. And they double up Davis. Now the pass to Gasol. 6 on the shot clock. And Harrell wide open. He shoots. Los Angeles with another miss. And there's the call on James. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And so Griffin will bring it up for Detroit. Bounce pass from Wright. Out of bounds. The Lakers will take possession. Lakers leading by 22. Here's LeBron. Stolen by Rose. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. Rose has got the ball.
Boy, he's an absolute blur. Derrick Rose, cat-like quickness.
Here's James, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Rose. The free throw drops for James. Well, we know the TV networks have brought more revenue, Greg, to the NBA. The expectation is for another bump when they renegotiate in 2023.
You know, at the same time, though, Kevin, with all the cord cutters out there, the league looking to make the game more accessible to those fans. I expect that to be a big part of this next deal.
Right, on your tablet, smartphone, or your computer.
Mm-hmm. And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
It's Gasol missing.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Rose with the ball. Now guarded by Caldwell Pope. He had a nice open look right there. Rose has got 12 now in this quarter.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
And finished off by LeBron.
So special and exciting to watch greatness. LeBron James tonight playing at the highest level.
Pistons trail by 20. Wright trying to break free. And now the fast break, LeBron with the ball. And finished off by LeBron.
Well, you know, he's not a guy that's just going to settle for pulling up. When he has an opportunity, he's going to take it strong to the hoop.
Outside Rose. Back to Wright. Davis against Griffin. Kept alive. Good D by Gasol. Lakers leading by 22. And Davis, here we go. And it's Davis with the jam.
When Davis is driving with momentum behind him, what's out below?
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Greg, we're seeing the game evolve. We're seeing more and more big men displaying perimeter skills. Do you like that? Or is there a part of you that misses those days when it all played out inside the lane in a very condensed area?
Listen, Kev, I think the game has kind of evolved on from the impact that the bigs had on the interior, but not the impact that they're having on the game. The reality is the game just doesn't stand still. And now as a big, you've got to have far more versatility. You've got to be able to play in space. And as a fan, I just find the game to be more appealing to watch with the freedom of movement, the flow, and more of the skill set being put on display.
I agree. Gasol kicks to LeBron. And yep, another basket.
And that's 70.
He's unbelievable.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
And, well, Detroit shooting about 47% here in the fourth. Grant the pass to Rose. Ellington with it. Looking to end the run. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Harrell's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Los Angeles.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And so by winning the first of 3 to play in this season series, it should give them plenty of momentum and confidence for the next time they'll have to lace up their sneakers against Detroit.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for LeBron. Another bucket! Wow!
He is simply unconscious here tonight. Nobody can stop him right now.
GA, the points keep coming, and he's climbing up that scoring ladder. 3rd on the list, well in sight.
And his scoring tonight has dropped him into the conversation with some of the all-time greats. I'm talking about names like Wilt Chamberlain and Kobe Bryant. Simply amazing what we've seen here.
Out to the right wing. There's Rose with the 3. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Here's the Lakers with the ball. They're on an 18-6 run. And got it! Another basket.
And that puts him even for 3rd on the single-game scoring list. Simply amazing.
I'm at a loss for words. Greg, his has been one of the greatest offensive games we'll ever see.
And of course, 78 points, the mark that Wilt Chamberlain had over 5 decades ago. Kobe Bryant's 81 is up next, but he is already in the most elite.
And another one falls.
And that score moving him clear into 3rd all-time for scoring in a game.
Well, G.A., you just knew it was a matter of time the way he's been playing. I'm sure he's not finished either.
He surpassed Wilt Chamberlain's less famous scoring mark from 1961, and Kobe Bryant now in his sights.
There's 14 seconds left here in the 4th quarter.
And hustle like that is why he leads this team in rebounds tonight.
Hits it again. Wow.
And he is ripping through this defense and continues his assault on the record books.
That score moving him clearly into 2nd place for most points in a game.
To think that he has eclipsed Kobe's mark of 81 and now has his sights set on 100, this is a game you'll be talking about for decades.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best.